And welcome back. Well, National School Choice Week is well underway. Joining us with some tips on how to find the right school for your child is the president of the National School Choice Week, Andrew Campanella. Good morning to you, Andrew.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Good to chat with you again. Let's talk a little bit about what questions parents should ask when they're looking for a new school, because sometimes I feel like you just don't know where to start.
Well, parents know their kids best, and all parents know that students learn in different ways. So the first question parents should ask if they want to choose a different school for their child is, what type of school or education environment will best inspire my child? The next question you should ask is, in what type of school or education environment would my child be most comfortable? And finally, what actual schools and options are available for my children in my community? Those are questions that we hope parents ask and find some answers to during this National School Choice Week this week.
Well, and that's exactly it. They need to do the research, check out what their options are. But, you know, when you say finding the right school is important, what are some of the consequences, I guess, if your child is in the wrong school or they're not in the right spot for them that inspires them?
Well, if you find that your child is in a school where they're not inspired, they're not motivated, they're not challenged, what you generally find is they're also not learning and they're not happy. And in too many cases, students who are in a school that just doesn't meet their needs end up dropping out, and that has serious consequences.
What are those consequences when you talk about the child or the family or the community? I mean, I can think about jobs in general, but what are the other consequences that people face for dropping out of high school?
Graduation is so important, and we don't talk about it enough. When students graduate from high school, they are more likely to get a good job. They are more likely to earn more money over the course of their careers, and they are more likely to be actively and positively involved in their communities. So all schools should work together with parents to make sure as many kids get across that finish line of high school graduation. It is so vitally important.
So how do we do that? How do we work together to make sure that more kids graduate?
I truly believe that the key is school choice, and for parents to let other parents know about the choices they've made for their kids' education, and for people to learn about the options available. Families in Milwaukee have choices for their kids' education. Traditional public schools, public charter schools, public magnet schools, private schools, online academies, homeschooling. School Choice Week is the time to look into these options, explore them, and start answering those key questions.
I think it's great. Would you ever tell a parent that you think either private school or a magnet or a charter is a better choice over public, or do you like public school options just as much?
Well, I went to public school my whole life. I went to public school from kindergarten through 12th grade, and my mom's a public school teacher. So I am a big fan of traditional public schools, but I think that every child is unique and different, and kids learn in different environments. So at School Choice Week, we don't preference one type of choice over another or one type of school over another. We truly believe that those decisions should be made by individual parents. And through my job, I get to travel and meet with teachers and school leaders of all different types of schools all across the country. And every time I go into a different school, I am inspired.
Oh, I love that. I went to public school as well, and I'm from a small town, so I loved my schooling experience, and I hope that all kids and families get the same one. So thanks for joining us today, Andrew.
That's what we want for everybody, right? Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Here's the website to go to learn more about School Choice Week at schoolchoiceweek.com. You can find out about events or learn your choices as well.